An introduction to our striped neighbors, wasps and hornets. Wasps and hornets often get a bad reputation. Many people feel a sense of fear when they see these insects. They buzz loudly and can, of course, sting. This reaction is quite understandable. However, these creatures are much more than just a potential nuisance at a summer picnic. They play a very important role in the world around us. They are fascinating members of our natural ecosystems. Learning about them can help us appreciate their place. It can also help us understand how to live alongside them safely. These insects have complex lives. Think about the last time you saw a wasp. Perhaps it was flitting around your garden flowers, or maybe it was investigating a sugary drink left unattended. These common sights hide a world of intricate behaviors. Wasps and hornets belong to the order Hymenoptera. This group also includes bees and ants. They are known for their social structures and their architectural skills in nest building. They are nature's tiny architects and fierce predators. Their presence indicates a healthy environment. They contribute to the balance of nature in many ways we seldom consider. Hornets are, in fact, a type of large wasp. So, all hornets are wasps, but not all wasps are hornets. This can be a little confusing for many people. We will explore their differences and similarities. We will look at what makes each group unique, from their striking appearances to their varied diets. There is much to discover. These insects have been around for millions of years. They have evolved incredible strategies for survival. Their life cycles are full of drama and purpose. They are truly remarkable creatures when you take a closer look. Understanding these insects is key to appreciating them. They are not just out to spoil our outdoor fun. They have jobs to do in the environment. They control pests that might otherwise damage our crops. They also help with pollination, though not as famously as bees. This essay will delve into their world. We will explore their lives, their homes, and their significance. Hopefully, by the end, you will see them in a new light, perhaps with a little more respect and a little less fear. Nature is full of such wonders. Let's talk about wasps first. When we say wasp, many people picture the common yellowjacket. These are indeed very familiar wasps. They have bright yellow and black stripes. Their bodies are usually slender. They have a very noticeable narrow waist. This waist is called a petiole. It connects their thorax, the middle part, to their abdomen, the back part. This feature is quite distinct. Wasps typically have relatively little hair on their bodies. This makes them look smooth and shiny compared to some bees. Their wings are membranous and often fold lengthwise when at rest. The size of wasps can vary greatly. There are thousands of different wasp species around the world. Some are tiny, almost microscopic. Others can be quite large. The common social wasps we often encounter are usually between 1 to 2.5 centimeters long. Their colors are often bold, serving as a warning to potential predators. This is known as aposematism. The bright patterns tell other animals, "I can sting, so stay away." This is a clever defense mechanism. It helps them avoid being eaten while they go about their busy lives. Wasps have powerful mouthparts. These are called mandibles. They use them for several tasks. They can chew wood to make paper for their nests. They also use them to catch and dismember prey. Many wasps are predatory. They hunt other insects and spiders. They have 2 large compound eyes. These give them good vision for hunting and navigating. They also have 3 smaller, simpler eyes called ocelli on the top of their head. These help them detect light levels. Their antennae are also important sensory organs, helping them smell and feel their surroundings. Female wasps, specifically the workers and queens, possess a stinger. This stinger is actually a modified ovipositor. An ovipositor is an organ originally used for laying eggs. In wasps, it has evolved into a defense mechanism. Unlike bees, many wasp species can sting multiple times. This is because their stingers are smooth and not barbed. They do not usually get stuck in the skin. This ability to sting repeatedly makes them formidable if they feel threatened. It is important to remember they usually only sting if they perceive danger to themselves or their nest. Now let's focus on hornets. Hornets are a specific type of social wasp. They belong to the genus Vespa. They are generally larger than other common wasps. This size difference is one of their most notable features. Think of them as the bigger, bulkier cousins in the wasp family. Their bodies are often more robust and rounded compared to the slender build of many other wasps. They still have that characteristic narrow waist, but their overall impression is one of power and size. This can make them seem more intimidating. Hornets also display warning colors. However, their coloration can be slightly different from the typical yellow jacket. For example, the European hornet has reddish-brown markings mixed with yellow and black. Some Asian hornet species can be very dark, almost black, with distinct yellow or orange bands. Their heads are often quite large and prominent. This is especially true for species like the Asian giant hornet. Their large eyes and strong mandibles are clearly visible. These features equip them well for their predatory lifestyle. They're very effective hunters. Like other wasps, hornets have smooth, largely hairless bodies. Their wings are strong, allowing for powerful flight. When you see a hornet, its size is often the first thing you notice. Some species, like the aforementioned Asian giant hornet, can reach lengths of over 4 to 5 centimeters. This makes them among the largest wasps in the world. Their presence commands attention. Their buzzing sound is also deeper and more resonant than that of smaller wasps. This adds to their imposing nature. The stinger of a hornet is also a formidable weapon. Because hornets are larger, their stingers are longer. They can deliver a more painful sting. The venom of hornets can also be more potent, in some cases containing a higher concentration of certain chemicals. This is not to say they are inherently more aggressive, but a sting from a hornet is generally considered more serious than a sting from a smaller wasp. As with other social wasps, only females, queens, and workers can sting. They will defend their nest vigorously if they feel it is under attack. Distinguishing between wasps and hornets can be tricky, especially since hornets are a type of wasp. However, there are some general guidelines. Size is a key indicator. Hornets are usually significantly larger than common wasps like yellow jackets or paper wasps. If you see a very large wasp-like insect, it might well be a hornet. Think of it this way. A common wasp might be the size of your thumbnail, while a hornet could be the length of your thumb segment, or even longer for some giant species. This is a good starting point for identification. Color and body shape offer more clues. Many common wasps have very bright, sharply defined yellow and black bands. Their bodies tend to be more slender and streamlined. Hornets, while also often striped, might have different color combinations. They can include reddish browns, oranges, or darker, almost black bodies with fewer, broader bands. Their bodies are generally stockier and more rounded, particularly the abdomen. The head of a hornet often appears proportionally larger and wider than that of a common wasp. Look for these subtle differences in hue and build. Behavior around nests can also differ, though this is harder to observe safely. We will discuss nests in more detail later, but generally hornet nests are larger and often enclosed. Many common wasps build smaller exposed comb nests, or also enclosed paper nests. Another subtle clue can be the sound of their flight. Hornets, being larger, tend to produce a deeper, louder buzzing sound. This is not always easy to judge, but a very loud, low-pitched buzz might suggest a hornet rather than a smaller wasp. It's important to remember that there are thousands of wasp species. Not all fit neatly into these general descriptions. However, for the common social wasps and hornets encountered in many regions, these tips can be helpful. The narrow waist is common to both. Both have minimal hair compared to bees. If you are unsure, it is always best to observe from a safe distance. Never try to handle these insects. Accurate identification is interesting, but respecting their space is paramount for peaceful coexistence. Section 5. Masters of Papercraft, the amazing nests of wasps. Wasps are incredible architects. Many social wasps are famous for building nests from paper. They make this paper themselves. It is a truly remarkable process. The queen wasp starts the nest in the spring. She chews wood fibers from fences, sheds, or dead trees. She mixes these wood fibers with her saliva. This creates a paste. She then spreads this paste thinly and lets it dry. It forms a strong, lightweight, paper-like material. This is the basic building block of her new home. It's a craft honed over millions of years. The initial nest built by the queen is small. It usually contains just a few hexagonal cells. She lays her first eggs in these cells. Once these eggs hatch and the first worker wasps emerge, they take over nest construction. The workers are all female. They expand the nest by adding more cells and more layers of paper envelope. These envelopes protect the developing larvae inside from the weather and predators. The nests of common wasps, like yellow jackets, can grow quite large. They can house thousands of individuals by the end of the summer. Wasp nests can be found in various locations. Some species, like paper wasps, build open comb nests. These nests look like an upside-down umbrella with visible cells. They are often found in sheltered spots. This could be under eaves, in attics, or within dense bushes. Other wasps, such as yellow jackets, build enclosed nests. These nests have multiple layers of paper covering the combs. They can be built underground in old rodent burrows. They might also be found in wall cavities or hanging from tree branches. The location depends on the specific species. The inside of a wasp nest is a highly organized structure. It consists of layers of combs, each containing many hexagonal cells. These cells are where the larvae develop. The workers diligently feed the larvae and maintain the nest. They control the temperature and humidity inside. As the colony grows, so does the nest. Some nests can reach the size of a football or even larger. By late autumn, the colony naturally declines. Only new, mated queens survive the winter. They hibernate and start new nests the following spring. The old paper nest is typically not reused. Section 6, Giants' Dwellings. Exploring the nests of hornets. Hornet nests are also marvels of insect engineering. Like other social wasps, hornets build their nests from chewed wood fibers, creating a paper-like material. However, hornet nests are typically larger than those of common wasps. This is partly because hornets themselves are larger. Their colonies can also reach substantial sizes, though often not as populous as some yellow jacket colonies. The structure is similar, with multiple tiers of combs enclosed within a protective outer shell. This shell is made of several layers of the same papery material. The location of hornet nests can vary. European hornets often build their nests in dark, sheltered cavities. This could be inside hollow trees, in attics, sheds, or even underground. They prefer locations that offer good protection. The entrance to a hornet nest is usually a single hole near the bottom. This makes it easier for the hornets to defend. Asian giant hornets, known for their immense size, often nest underground. They might take over existing burrows or excavate their own. Finding such a nest can be quite difficult. Building a hornet nest is a colossal undertaking. It begins with a solitary queen in the spring, just like other social wasps. She selects a suitable site and constructs the initial small comb. Once her first brood of workers emerges, they take over all tasks. This includes foraging, caring for larvae, and expanding the nest. Hornet workers are industrious. They continuously add new layers of paper and new cells. The material they use often gives their nests a characteristic color. It might be light brown, grey, or reddish, depending on the wood source. The internal temperature of a hornet nest is carefully regulated. Workers fan their wings to cool it down if it gets too hot. They can also generate heat by vibrating their flight muscles if it gets too cold. This ensures the larvae develop properly. A mature hornet nest can be an imposing structure, sometimes reaching over 1/2 meter in diameter. It is a bustling city of insects, all working towards the colony's success. These nests are only used for one season. The colony dies off in the autumn, with new queens hibernating to start the cycle again the next year. Section 7, the diet of warriors. What fuels wasps and hornets? The diet of wasps and hornets is fascinating and changes throughout their lives. Adult wasps and hornets primarily feed on sugary substances. They need these carbohydrates for energy. Think of it as their flight fuel. They get these sugars from various sources. Flower nectar is a common source. They also enjoy ripe fruits and tree sap. This is why you often see them around fallen apples in an orchard, or investigating your sugary drinks at a barbecue. Their attraction to sweet things is driven by their need for quick energy. However, the larvae, the young grub-like stages, have a very different diet. Larvae need a lot of protein to grow and develop, so the adult worker wasp and hornets are relentless hunters. They prey on other insects and spiders. They catch caterpillars, flies, aphids, and many other small creatures. They use their powerful mandibles to chew up their prey. They then carry this protein-rich food back to the nest. There they feed it to the developing larvae. This predatory behavior is crucial for the survival of the colony. Hornets, being larger, can tackle larger prey. Some hornet species are known to hunt honeybees. This can unfortunately cause problems for beekeepers. The Asian giant hornet, for instance, is a formidable predator of honeybee colonies. However, most wasps and hornets prey on a wide variety of insects. This makes them very important in controlling pest populations. They are nature's pest controllers. Without them, we might see many more insects that damage our crops or bother us in other ways. Their hunting skills are truly impressive. There's an interesting exchange that happens in the nest. The larvae, after being fed protein by the workers, secrete a sugary liquid. The adult workers then consume this liquid. This is a form of food sharing within the colony called trophallaxis. So the adults provide protein to the young, and the young provide carbohydrates back to the adults. This efficient system ensures everyone gets the nutrition they need. It highlights the complex social interactions within a wasp or hornet colony. Their dietary habits are perfectly adapted to their roles and life stages. Section 8. Nature's little helpers and potential hazards. Wasps and hornets play a significant role in our ecosystems. One of their primary benefits is pest control. As we've discussed, they are voracious predators of other insects. Many of the insects they hunt are considered pests by humans. These include aphids that damage garden plants, caterpillars that eat crops, and flies that can spread disease. By keeping these populations in check, wasps and hornets provide a valuable natural service. They help maintain a balance in the insect world. This reduces the need for chemical pesticides in some cases. Beyond pest control, some wasps also contribute to pollination. While they are not as hairy as bees and thus not as efficient at transferring pollen, they do visit flowers. They feed on nectar, and in the process, they can carry pollen from one flower to another. Every little bit helps in the world of plant reproduction. Certain species of fig wasps, for example, have a unique and essential relationship with fig trees. They are the sole pollinators for these trees. This highlights the specialized role some wasps play in nature. However, it is also true that wasps and hornets can pose dangers to humans. Their stings are the most obvious concern. A wasp or hornet sting can be very painful. The area may swell up and become itchy. For most people, this is a temporary discomfort, but for some individuals, a sting can be much more serious. People who are allergic to wasp or hornet venom can experience a severe allergic reaction. This is called anaphylaxis. Anaphylaxis can be life-threatening and requires immediate medical attention. This is a key reason they are feared. Nests built in close proximity to human activity can also be problematic. If a nest is in a wall cavity, an attic, or near a doorway, the chances of accidental encounters increase. Wasps and hornets are generally not aggressive when they are foraging away from their nest, but they will defend their nest vigorously if they feel it is threatened. This defensive behavior can lead to multiple stings. It is important to be cautious around known nest sites. Understanding their behavior helps us avoid provoking them and reduces the risk of stings. Section 9. Living harmoniously. Respecting wasps and hornets. Wasps and hornets are integral parts of our natural world. They have their own lives to lead, their own roles to play. While their stings can be painful and sometimes dangerous, these insects are not inherently malicious. They are simply defending themselves or their colony. Developing an understanding of their behavior can help us coexist more peacefully. Learning to identify them and their nests allows us to take sensible precautions. This can reduce negative encounters and foster a sense of respect for these often misunderstood creatures. Nature is complex and every creature has its place. If you find a nest in an inconvenient or dangerous location, it is wise not to tackle it yourself. Contact a professional pest controller. They have the equipment and expertise to remove it safely. Trying to remove a nest without proper knowledge can be very risky. It can provoke a mass attack. However, if a nest is far from human activity in a wilder part of your garden perhaps, consider leaving it be. It will provide valuable pest control services. The colony will naturally die out in the autumn. Observing them from a safe distance can be quite fascinating. We can also take simple steps to avoid attracting them unnecessarily. When eating outdoors, keep sugary foods and drinks covered. Clear away spills promptly. Ensure rubbish bins have tight-fitting lids. These measures reduce the chances of wasps and hornets being drawn to your picnic or patio. Remember, they are often just looking for a quick energy meal. By being mindful, we can minimize conflict. Education is key to changing perceptions. Teaching children to respect these insects rather than fear them indiscriminately is important for future generations. Ultimately, wasps and hornets are remarkable animals. They exhibit complex social behaviors, incredible architectural skills, and play vital ecological roles. They are a testament to the diversity and ingenuity of nature. While caution is certainly needed, outright hostility is often unwarranted. By appreciating their benefits and understanding their defensive nature, we can find a balance. We can learn to share our spaces with these striped warriors. A little knowledge and respect can go a long way in fostering a healthier relationship with the natural world around us, including its stinging insects.